Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another exciting video here on Marvel Strike Force. Today is Friday, and this is normally when we would have a Blogs with Boilon Friday, but today we're going to be doing an extra special Leaks with Boilon Friday because I am here to unveil the March team that's going to be coming to Marvel Strike Force. This is probably going to be also the anniversary team, or the team that comes out during the anniversary event here in Marvel Strike Force, and I am really excited to unveil this one to you guys because I'm sure you're all excited and wanting to know some of these characters that are coming to the game. And if you want to know more and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, click that like, ring the notification bell, all of that stuff, because there's still 40 to 45% of you that watch these videos but aren't actually subscribed to the channel. So do help me out to keep these kind of videos coming. So if you're ready to go, everybody, you know what to do. Let's find that intro button. Okay, here it is, guys. The Starjammers. So the Starjammers is the next team to come to Marvel Strike Force. I am in full screen mode just so you guys can see the full of the PowerPoint presentation here. So this is going to be a Cosmic Crucible team that's usable on both offense and defense. However, I do want to point out that I have heard that there is some callouts to defense. So it's it's going to be a team that you could use on either or, but there's going to be some text here and there that calls out defense. You know, it's going to include exhaust text, things like that, where like maybe that's for if you go up against Mephisto on offense. Who knows? But this team is going to have a diversity, I guess you could say, on both sides. Anyways, this team actually was mentioned a little bit in the story lore of MSF. Yes, there is a story. If you paid attention to the Absolute A4 showcase, they talked about Corsair, actually, as well, who unfortunately is not on this team. So this one is a little bit of a tease because these characters are not on the team. And it is a Scopely rendition of the Starjammers. Don't ask me, ask them. This one's going to be a bit of a wild ride. So let's just get things started here. So new tunes. This is the combination of the Shi'ar Empire and some notable X-Men related characters with a very big surprise set of reworks that likely have no lore connection because this is Scopely. So let's get started for character number 1. Then that's going to be Havoc. Now, this probably comes as to no surprise because this has been teased. It was also teased in the story. I believe in the Shadow King storyline, it was teased where they said, let's go get the Summers brothers or something like that, or the other Summers brother. Whatever, doesn't matter. We're finally getting Havoc to Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force. But this is not related to the Dark Descendants. Now, some of you have been following my leaks and things like that. I did have a kit leak for Onslaught. And within Onslaught, there was text about the Dark Descendants. Now, I had looked it up, and it seemed that Havoc led the Dark Descendants, but if he's on this team with the Starjammers, then it would also suggest that he's not on that team, because I highly doubt he would be on 2 new teams. One other thing that I want to note is that Havoc is going to have the X-Men tag as well. So Havoc will be X-Men and Starjammers, so there will be some plug and play, I guess, some cross usage if you want, kind of in the same way that, you know, Emma Frost X-Men was both X-Men and Astral, so something like that as well. That Dark Descendants may have been pushed back, so at this point, I guess, because if Starjammers is going to be in March, then the earliest that we would hear more about Onslaught or the Dark Descendants would be in April. So it might be more related to the Xavier release. Who knows? Maybe Onslaught might actually be that legendary character that's coming, that's missing before Xavier. We'll have to find out. So there we go. That's Havoc, the first character of the Starjammers team. Now, character number 2 is going to be Lilandra. Now, this one might be a bit of a surprise for some of you. So she is the Empress of the Shi'ar Empire and wife to Charles Xavier, or former wife/former wife, I guess, to Charles Xavier. She was in X-Men 97. That's the photo that I grabbed here for this. This makes a lot of sense, actually, especially given the current story arc in MSF, given the desire to find Xavier and bring him back, and who better to do that than Lilandra. I also want to mention that Gladiator will also see a partial rework to aid Lilandra in battle. As you guys know, Gladiator is part of the the Shi'ar Royal Guard, basically, and he is going to have some use in this team, although it's my understanding that we'll find out more about that, but that's what I've heard, is that there's going to be some connection. He is not specifically on this team, but there is going to be some ways to use Gladiator with Lilandra. So that's what I know so far, and that's number 2. That's character number 2. Character number 3, and I almost wanted to quit over this, I'll be honest, because I'm not surprised, but at least it's not the team that the other people were speculating. I wasn't speculating, other people were. It's Howard the Duck. All right, okay, it's Howard the fucking Duck. So Howard the Duck. I know people are probably just like shouting through the screen a little bit. I bet you weren't seeing this coming. So yes, Howard the Duck is coming to the game, and this doesn't particularly bother me as such. What I am glad about is it's not the fucking Pet Avengers. So please, everybody, just shut up about the Pet Avengers. It's not happening. I don't know why this kept getting pushed. I was not pushing it, so clearly it wasn't happening. Anyways, Howard the Duck is coming to the game, but he's on the Starjammers team because this makes total sense, right? This is where Scopely kind of veers off on this team, and we're going to see more of this in the reworks, where it's probably more connected to Howard the Duck than it is actually to anyone else, into the other 2 characters. It's not really related to Havoc and Lilandra. I don't know what connection Howard the Duck has to this. Moving on to the reworks. So you probably would not have guessed who is actually getting a rework more related to Howard the Duck, like I said, than the first 2. No, I bet you would not have guessed it. Well, maybe you have by now, but let's move on. Rocket Raccoon. This is a definite curveball for me. When was Rocket with the Starjammers? Howard, I can see this, but boy, this is like 2 separate teams now, and I'm pretty sure that you guys can all guess who's next around the bend, and it's none other than Groot, Rocket's partner in crime. I am Groot. So I expect minimal reworks, but that's just because the reworks lately have not been super stellar. A lot of it's just been stat changes. That being said, Rocket and Groot are super, super fucking old. Like, they are older than Ironheart OG. So I think this one actually deserves some reworks, and I really hope that they make that happen. I don't know how good the reworks are going to be. I don't know who the best characters to invest in are, but these are the characters of the team. So it's going to be a Havoc, Lilandra, Howard the Duck, Rocket, and Groot. Okay? Yep. That's what's happening. Now, very quickly, though, I want to talk about the Starjammers wiki page. So I looked it up, right? And apparently Havoc was actually a leader of the team. I didn't know that. I haven't followed, all the way in the Starjammers and all of that, so my apologies. Apparently Lilandra was also a leader of the team, according to the wiki. But obviously I was looking through this, and not once did I see anything. There's a wall. Who the fuck is this? Waldo? But not once did I see Howard the Duck or Rocket and Groot. That's more like a Guardians team or like a space team, right? Like, because they're... okay, sorry. Starjammers are space, right? They're space-based. But, there's just no connection to them, right? Like, I never saw that coming. I personally did not see that coming. So that part's a little bit crazy. It's like we got 2 separate teams. We got like the Shi'ar and Starjammers going on, and then we got Howard and Rocket and Groot, right? What could have been some sort of a weird Guardians rework or something like that. But instead, they decided to do this. So I'm not sure how I feel about it, I'll be honest, even though I'm the one leaking it. I would be curious to know what you guys think about it and what your guys' thoughts on that are. Here's my Rocket, who I have 1 diamond on, who I haven't touched since Gear Tier 15. I actually think I may have taken him to Dark Dimension 2 or 3 or something like that. I do have 2 T4s on him, so that's not bad. I'm surprised I have that many, to be honest, given how old he is. And then I definitely took Groot to Dark Dimension 2, because I remember using him to unlock Ultron, because the slow to the attacker and the retaliation was actually really good back then, believe it or not. But the rest of his kit, he had a lot of like defensive stuff, and that's really what you needed back then. This is so old. Like, this is like over 4 years old that I used Groot. So hey, at least Groot has a costume that's going to be pretty to look at when we actually use him in the Starjammers team in March, probably at this point. But yeah, I am Blown away. You know, I have one diamond on each. They're not very high level, but I guess it's better than nothing. And that's the characters that we're going to be looking at for March. As far as other characters past that, well, you'll just have to wait and see here on the channel. So let me know what your thoughts are about this team, the Starjammers release. Also, don't forget, once again, I'm going to say it again, if you got the time and you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button just a little bit down below. Click those buttons, click the notification bell, click the like, do all of that. You'd be definitely helping support this channel to make sure that we keep doing videos like this in the weeks and months and days and whatever ahead, right? So that's going to be my blogs with Boilon Friday. I hope that you guys enjoyed Boilon's Friday blog, because this is probably a little bit better than what you're going to get from the Scopely blog. And yeah, that's it. I don't know if I'll be doing the blogs, to be honest, going forward that much. I was thinking about this a little bit because, you know, as you guys know, I'm going to be moving to Germany in about 2 months. And I was thinking about the time zones and what time it would be for me when the blogs come out, and I just don't think it's going to really work out. I don't want to like stay up to like 11 o'clock at night my time to do a blog video. So I think that I'll find some other videos to put out, some other things to do on Friday mornings instead. So that's what I've decided to do starting now. Let me know what your thoughts are and if you like this change. Otherwise, that's going to be it for now, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to have some more videos coming out across the weekend, of course, and then the event video on Sunday. So that's it for now, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.